Hello.
Where do they specifically want just go into that?
All right, we're just settling in first, so give us just a moment. But welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Trash, and I'm a Twitch ambassador. I'm going to be helping out with this panel. We will have a Q&A at the end for about 10 minutes, so if you have any questions, feel free to just write down in your notes for now, just so you can prepare for later. We have the mics over here, and I think there's one over there as well. And yeah, let me have a check-in real quick.
Give me 1 second.
All righty, everybody, and welcome to the Hermitcraft panel. I'll let Scar take it away with introductions, and yeah, enjoy the show.
Well, hello there. Welcome to the Hermitcraft panel. Thank you so much for coming. People have traveled from all ends of the world, even the hermits here. And for everybody at home in the Twitch chat, thank you for showing up. We appreciate you. And welcome. We got a star-studded lineup of hermits, but this is only a fraction of the hermits. So always remember, there's a big, giant group behind us that helps us create what we do. But the first hermit here is Ren Diggity Dog.
Hello, everyone. Hi.
Mr. And we got False Symmetry.
Let's go.
And Comfab 135. We learn 135 facts every time we meet him on stream. We've got Impulse. I miss Metro Mayhem.
There's the world download for that.
And the one, the only, Pearlescent Moon. Let's go. And Mr. Decked Out Tango Tech. And the man who lights up every room, Skizzly Wizzle Man, Skizzle Man. What a great group of people, right? That's awesome. What?
Oh, woo! Ladies and gentlemen, good times with Scar.
Thank you very much. And well, we're here to learn about Hermitcraft behind the scenes. We're going to pull back the curtain a little bit, give you guys a little sense of the things that go on behind the scenes, which I think will be pretty cool. Does that sound good? That's awesome. So before we do that, we do have a very special announcement at the end of the stream, or panel. We've got Streamer Brain. We're going to reveal the date of season 11 start. And maybe a little bit more. But before we do that, let's get into the panel. And the first thing we're always thinking about is memorable moments. So memorable moments is, I'm just thinking of all the wonderful moments we have as Hermitcraft, and
They just come naturally, right? And that's the thing about these moments. We want to peel back the curtain a little bit to tell you about some of those times that we didn't quite plan for. There was not a whole lot of architecting this moment and what it was going to be, and they're just born to be, right? So we're going to go through a couple of those moments and give you a little bit more on what transpired in our offices to your front door, and how were we able to pull this off. So the first one we're going to talk about is
Don't Be That Guy. We have a little video for you, so let's roll that now.
Don't be that guy.
Is Don't Be That Guy. So let's roll that video.
Here it comes. Wait
Almost
for it.
there.
It's coming.
There it is. Now play the video.
That guy.
No, but go.
Let's reenact this real quick.
I'll add the audio.
reenact this.
Hold on, I'll do it. Right now, Tango's talking about how awesome Skiz is. I know that's what's happening. Yeah. So essentially, what's going on here is I was very nervous coming into this. Season 10 was my first season, and I was nervous coming in. And I'm always looking for inspiration on what I'm going to do. I go all the way to my base. Am I clear now? Yeah, but I... Okay, good. All right, let me think. Shot you guys. What? No, go away. No, farther. I'm like, Skizzo's this guy. Anyway. So I want to say something. I was nervous going in, and I reached out to my buddy Tango because I had an idea to kind of piggyback off of the campaign that Progressive Auto Insurance does of don't be like your parents, you know. And I was like, I'm going to make so many etiquette mistakes, and I'm like, Tango, I have an idea. What if I just made these mistakes and you popped in and corrected me, and you were ready and willing?
It was great because this was legit some of the first times you were on the server. So I think once we started with this, it was like 80%, yeah, this will be funny, but 20%, you really needed some help, and you were nervous. He was like, can I do this? Is this okay? But it worked out great, yeah, and this bit was amazing.
He's really generous with that ratio. But I'm going to tell you, the thing is, here's what is to be taken away from this. Two things. One is that he was able to recognize that I was genuinely nervous, and he was going to be there for his buddy no matter what. And two, bloopers and BTS became one of the staples of the Skiz episodes.
It started right there.
That was the birth of it. I had no idea I was going to do that. This clown made me laugh like I can't even describe while I was editing, and I'm like, okay, I'm making this a thing. Yeah. So a memorable moment became into an actual staple of my videos.
Yeah.
And now, Cub, you have a memorable moment with the gas, and we have a little clip there for that where Gasketball came from and a whole lot more. So let's play.
Correct.
The orange.
Oh my God!
I'm the proudest pupper that's ever been a pupper.
Holy smokes.
What the heck?
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, you can see them. They're all getting bigger.
It's like popcorn, guys.
It is.
Parkour!
Oh yeah, parkour time.
It's got to be just like a solid mass of
This
gas,
is-
right?
This is wild.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
What have
Okay.
we done?
Well, I'm just gonna jump and hope.
This seems difficult.
Just jump and hope.
Yeah, pretty much.
So that moment was actually very close to the moment that Gasketball sort of began. So this moment, I believe it was Ren and Asuma, correct, that did this prank, and I sort of joined in. You want to tell the story, Ren?
Well, this is an amazing example of how something random happens on the server and then amazing stuff comes out of it, because Azuma came to me and he was like, we need to do something with the Happy Ghast. Do you want to go around the server and plant like 500 of them? And I was like, what lag? You know, we don't want to cause any problem. He's like, don't worry about it. I'm a Zoomer. If there's lag issues, I'll take care of it. And so we went around and just planted all of these guys. It took us like an hour or something. And then, of course, it came to my brain, well, we're going to have a disco party, obviously, right? These guys, they want to dance.
The best type
like,
of
they need
party,
some
of course.
music. So we set up like a disco stage, and we set that up going. And then this insane monstrosity occurred, as you can see, those of you who were there for the stream. And we were sort of jumping over the top of them. And lo and behold, out of nowhere, this genius over here birthed one of the greatest games in all of Hermitcraft history, Gasketball, the creator.
Yes. Gasketball, yeah. So this actually came about during this time when I believe it was Skiz said, hey, somebody should make a game out of this. And then Tango said, you know what? Somebody needs to make a game out of this. And then Ren said, somebody should make a game out of this. And I was like, that's got to be me. I got to make something out of this.
I would like to make something clear, okay? I thought it would be a good idea to make a game at it, and then I made the mistake of blinking, and he had already made it. It was like this entire arena popped up in like 20 minutes.
It's like a weekend you did that. I have no idea how you did it, yeah.
Yeah. A lot of work went into making it. So the game, if you're unaware, it basically you jump across the backs of Happy Gas like you saw in the clip to score points on the opposite side of an arena. And yeah, stuff like that happens on the server all the time that can provide inspiration. I know many others have gotten inspired. I think actually Impulse, you did your Metro Mayhem was based off of Ace Race from MCC, is it?
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, so that's just another example of sort of behind the scenes how things can inspire other things on the server.
And another memorable moment is where's our punks?
Yeah.
Where's our punks?
Yeah, we had a couple punks on the server, didn't we? I was one of them. I got a funny story about this because, they say that communication's the key to a successful relationship. Well, it turns out it's also kind of a key when you're in an SMP and communicating with each other. It's very helpful. And couple weeks into the season, I get a DM from Joel, Smallish Beans, and he's like, hey, I'm going to be building a kind of a big city. It's going to be coming down the mountain, and I know you're down there. I just want to make sure, because he's new. He wants to make sure he's not stepping on any toes. I want to make sure you're cool with that. I'm like, yeah, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? He's like, I'm going to do a cyberpunk city. And I'm like, me too. That's cool. All right, yeah, come on down. We'll mesh our stuff together. It'll be awesome. And then we look over, and in the sky, we see a steampunk, factory being built and a blimp in the sky. Wait a minute, what are you doing, Tango? I'm doing steampunk. Okay. And then all of a sudden, Pearl chimes in. And what happened with you there, Pearl?
Well, I started the season having absolutely zero idea what kind of theme I was going to do. My starter base was just this casual little house. And one day I was streaming, trying to figure out what kind of theme I wanted, and I had one of you lovely members in my chat go, you could do solar punk. And I was like, you know what, that sounds pretty good. And then I find out after that, oh, yeah, they're all doing punks, so I guess we're all going to do punks. So why not?
So then we tried to get more punks. We said, Skiz, I think there's other punk styles. You could do, like, diesel punk, And then we see Jem building stuff in the water, and we're like, you could do hydro punk. How many more punks can we get here? Turns out server's just full of punks anyway. Doesn't matter what they build.
That's awesome. Well, not only are there memorable moments, there are also prank moments. And we put together a fun little clip. Everybody's favorite secret identity there, Poultry Man. And I think we can all think of our favorite pranks over time, but we put together a couple from our most recent season. And yeah, let's play this, and then we'll talk a little bit more about pranks.
Belly up and get all that delicious XP.
Yeah!
What happened? What's going on?
Yeah, what happened, buddy? No.
It's so slow, kill him.
What is that?
Oh, wait.
What is it?
Is it Ravages? Oh my gosh!
Wayne, could we trick someone that we're one person, Ren? Could we trick someone that we're one person? Come on, keep walking, walk. Oh,
I fell.
Jem! Jem, it's me. Hi, it's false. Just false. How you doing this fine day? No, it's just me. Just me.
It's just you.
No one else here.
Just the one.
Oh.
Mumbo!
Where are you? Wait. What?
You know what? Let's put a rare flower in it. Right, so let's put the lilies in it. So stab you so hard.
Yoink! Yeah! Oh, that was pretty good synchronization. Oh no!
Holy crap!
If I turn around...
Yeah.
I do it!
This is it. Here I go. Geronimo! Oh, jeez! What?
Oh, man. Let's go back one slide. But pranks. Pranks are fun, but they're a delicate balance. We have a lot of etiquette when it comes to it. We have to think of something that's fun. It's not going to take away from somebody's content. But how do you guys start the process of pranking? I'm looking at you, Cub, Mr. Prankster over there.
Honestly, I just kind of send it. Every time. But I mean, you want to be respectful of what other people have done, so you want to let them know that, hey, there might be something in your base when you next logged on. Wink, wink. That type of thing.
I think for me, some of the greatest Hermitcraft pranks are when somebody, like False Symmetry, for example, comes up with a very weird idea that doesn't really make sense, and then it actually works. So you might have seen us walking around as a briefcase and a hat. I'll hand over to False to try and explain a little bit more about what was going on there.
Yeah, I don't even know where the idea actually came from, but I think the idea of just two people pretending to be one is just funny, and trying to convince Jem that that's exactly what we were doing. I'm pretty sure Jem knew from the very start it was two of us, but she went along with it either way.
She's talking nonsense. We did it perfectly. The hat and the briefcase in perfect synchronicity, wandering across the server. But yeah, for me, when the pranks seem like they're going to be impossible to pull off, somehow we make them work sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. And for me, that's the best Hermitcraft prank when that happens.
Yeah, I think one of the most important things when you're going to prank someone is you want to give them an experience. You want to give them some content. You want to give them a good laugh. You know, you don't want to cause them pain and suffering. It's about, you know, we're trying to help each other out, and I'm going to do something that's going to make you laugh and give you something funny that you can use in your content, and that's what it's all about, yeah.
I mean, sometimes there is pain and suffering. Like in my first season of Hermitcraft in season 4, Azuma built a giant chicken on my base that pooped all over my base. Sometimes there's pain.
Now, Cub, you had a bit of a secret identity back in season 6 that spawned all sorts of silliness.
Yes. Yes, that's right. The convex. The convex.
Convex, yes.
I was actually the jingler going around and doing pranks anonymously to numerous hermits as well. That was kind of a tough line to walk there because you had to get on when people aren't on the server, which is almost never on Hermitcraft. Otherwise, you don't have plausible deniability. Now, the same was also true of the Ore Snatcher, which I don't know if the Ore Snatcher is here today, if anybody wants to...
It's not me.
Not me.
It's not me. It's not me.
Not me.
It was me. Hi, Doc.
The truth revealed.
I really don't know anything about redstone. I just took the block. Everybody was like, oh, look, this person knows redstone so well. No, I just broke the block and put the redstone back up. I don't know if it went back together right, but I think it's an interesting thing about transition. It's an interesting thing about like pranks or content in general, storylines, is that sometimes things hit like that and they become like organic and they start flowing. And there's other times when you're kind of going with momentum, that is, and something kind of knocks you out. I had a crazy plan for this. So I was going to have Doc meet somebody in the woods 1 hour before meeting time, and I was going to pick like Etho to sit and send him, leave a message in his base and go, meet me at this time, and have them two meet together in the woods and just be like, you did it, no, you did it, why am I here? So that was that was how that was going to end, but unfortunately I was in the hospital for a while, so the momentum of that kind of dropped. But yeah, that was the Ore Snatcher. I did it, Doc, I'm sorry.
I'm so proud of you, Scar. I am so proud of you right now. Well done.
Thank you. But that's a good transition into stories. And stories are, in my opinion, kind of one of the lifebloods of Hermitcraft. I think Hermitcraft has a lot for everybody. We have pranks, we have storylines, we have general Minecrafty vanilla. We've got people wearing hats. It's all sorts of crazy things for everybody. And our most recent story, that was spearheaded by the one, the only Grian and Cub fan. And then we helped out a little bit where we could, is the permits. And Cub, I've been wanting to know this forever. What went on those weeks before the start? Were you and Grian, or you and Grian in the spreadsheet with the numbers and the items?
Spreadsheets, and wait for it, more spreadsheets, believe it or not. We had so many spreadsheets. Just one example of an actual spreadsheet that we used to basically classify all the blocks and all the items in Minecraft into sort of tiers that we eventually made into the tiers of permits, the diamond, the gold, the iron. And Green and I spent, man, dozens and dozens of hours together debating, no, this one should be gold, no, this one should be diamond, no, this one should be gold. And eventually, I think we came up with a pretty good system where we had 3 different tiers, and we were going to distribute the permits throughout the hermits. And the whole purpose of the permits was basically to make sure that hermits sort of got outside of their comfort zone a little bit, to make shops, to make farms they might not have otherwise made. And how did that go, guys? How did that go? Are you guys missing the permits? Please say yes.
I sold grass.
That's fair.
Hey, you took it to the next level, Impulse. You made a game out of it.
That's true. That's true. Something cool did happen during the season when we started making these shops of things that we've never had to farm before and sell before. We realized we could make a nice opportunity to put games inside of our shops to entice people to come and buy things they might not want, like grass. So, yeah, I did Go Touch Grass, because, it's a message for all of us anyway, right? And it made a fun little game of that to bring people through my shop. Sales did not increase.
Well, I ended up making deduction, or Purtle as we call it. So that, I really got inspired by everyone else making mini games in their shops. I'm like, surely no one's going to buy flowers or dyes. Turns out it's one of the best-selling shops out there, to be honest. You should check the truck. There's some diamonds in there, I've heard. But yeah, deduction came out of that, and it was my big foray into Redstone. It was so much fun and inspired for a new season as well. So
It's when you became a Redstoner.
don't regret it one bit.
I miss the Popo. Come on, can we get a little Popo love? Yes! My favorite little behind the scenes of the Popo is when we were coming up with it, and you all probably know Hoffman, the great artist, and I messaged Hoffman, and I'm like, we got to give Skiz short shorts, and then I messaged Skiz, I'm like, how short can I go? And he's like, all the way up, and I was like, it was so fun coming up with those skins with Hoffman, and I loved the time as the Popo, the most incompetent enforcement of zero authority group ever.
What are you talking about? We were amazing.
Well, we were, but we had no authority. We just had to be tough and strong.
We were strong, shorts were high, we were handsome, we were keeping order. We were there to keep order, man. But that's actually takes me back to, it's my first season, and you're trying to find your home, and Good Times with Scar says, I have an idea for you, man. And I was so in to be able to collab with him. And the next thing I know, I might be taking this Popo role a little too seriously. Right? And that was sort of the point, is to kind of stretch it out. And that's the thing about these storylines. You only sort of kind of know where they start. You don't know where they're going to end. You never know. And that's what makes this so much fun. It's not scripted out, man. It's us just saying, what if we just knock over this one domino and just see what happens? And more often than not, it goes in a direction you never saw coming. The anti-Popo, Jevin, the no-po, get out of here. We were trying to keep order, and but it was always, what a blast it was.
We also ended up being exiled. Remember that?
Yeah.
And also, I hate to bring it up here in front of all you wonderful people, but Scar, you killed my donkey, dude. You hate to see it.
There's casualties, the hot guy.
That's fair. That's fair.
But these storylines, the Popo, the permits, is not everything. Hermitcraft has had many stories over time, and one of them was kind of memorable and I think stands out is Moon Big. So Moon Big is an interesting case in that season became a little shorter, and because of that, we wanted to go out with a bang. And, well, quite literally. We crashed the moon into the planet. But it was such an interesting way to do it by having a cinematic created. We had mods made, so the blocks were levitating up in the air. And it's such a contrast then from this season, how we concluded it, by all just coming together and watching the world burn around us as it just disappeared. And it's just the wonderful thing about storylines is they're both organic in nature, and then there's like a little planning once we get off the ground. But I always think about when we started the Area 77 versus the hippie storyline. And I mean, it's a bit of an old one, but it's still one of my favorites. That it was at the end of a meeting, and Doc was talking about doing something with aliens, and I'm like, dude, I love aliens. I love Area 51. Oh my god! And I was like, I could build you anything, but I could build fighter jets. And we just kind of started rolling like that to the point where you could see on that image, we had a giant military base. We had a hippie compound next to us. So it was such a crazy story. But the wars, like Ren.
Yeah, I mean, who remembers the Hermitcraft Civil War? The big one. I had to do a little bit of research before this panel to remember how exactly this Civil War began. And it was actually wild, because I have determined who started the Civil War. It was clear. It was clear all along. Because the Civil War was actually started by a series of pranks that started just spontaneously. And one person started pranking another person, started pranking another person. And it resulted in sort of two sides of the server starting to be formed. But at some point in that pranking chain, Clio was just walking on their way to their base, and they saw a sign that was a part of a prank. And they just, for pure chaos sake, changed the sign. Just because. And that catapulted the entire conflict into what turned out to be a massive scale battle between the G team and the Star base. I think it was called the Team Star. And with the Civil War and even like the Mycelium, the Turf Wars in Season 7, do you remember that? Yeah. I mean, we all know who started that one, Grian. I mean, and he started because he just started putting mycelium everywhere. And that started that. So, the way that these wars have gone in the past has always started in such a weird way, but it always ended in just magnificent chaos and destruction and awesomeness.
Do you remember the King story when B-Dubs had the presentation in the meeting? We watched a PowerPoint.
That is true. B-Dubs did arrive with a PowerPoint presentation.
There was music. There was music.
There was music and everything.
The storylines are the thing that I think really brings us all together. I think it's the things that people remember about the seasons, and it's always a big thank you to Graham, who does kind of organize those from behind, and that's not an easy job, and they're fun. Sometimes in the moment, sometimes people are kind of iffy, but I feel like in the end, people always remember them quite fondly. And any other memorable storylines, guys? I love the Convex. If that's a storyline or not, it's a multi-season, dimensional, time-traveling pranking duo.
Sure. Yeah, it was a great time. I mean, we didn't really have a plan going into it, but we eventually found our plan pretty quickly, and then just sort of expanded on it from that. So, yeah.
Cub just came to me one time and was like, "You want to prank some people?" And I was doing the big dig at the time. I was just slowly just digging that hole out, and I was like, anything to get out of this dungeon of a cave. Get me out of here, Cub. And we spent one day just brainstorming. We came with every prank that we hit in season 5, and we documented it and just went from there. And I think that's storylines pranking is just a good way of always kind of keeping the server alive and energy in it. Because, at the beginning of the season, it's exciting, but then you got to sustain it. And that's where we kind of bring in the stories and the pranks and things along those lines. And during the pandemic, I think we're all comfortable with each other behind the screen, but one thing we found was we're missing the human connection. And one of the catalysts of us getting more together was the charity streams. And we had the first charity stream in 2022, years have just gone by. And then we had the one in Michigan where everybody got together. So guys, this just means so much to me, the screen here, seeing all the hermits together. And
we care about each other a lot on screen, right? Our characters care about each other's content and the stories that we're creating. And it's been a lot of fun peeling back the curtain on how those stories come to be. But we're going to pull it back a little bit more and talk to you about the human factor, is that when it comes right down to it, the actual people, what you're seeing here is quite real. And that when we come together, we found out that we don't kind of like each other. We genuinely love each other like a family. And we've had these moments where we live in these houses together, if only for a week or so, and we become an actual real family where people are cooking for each other, people are taking their turn doing the dishes, and we just feel this energy that you can't quite get on the Minecraft world. You sort of can, but really when it comes down to it, you think you can. And it isn't until these moments we realize, dude, we are just the luckiest people in the world. And when we come back from moments like what you're looking at here, and we get back to create content, it's a whole different timbre. It's a whole different sense of genuine and realness. And what I love about it is that whenever all of us go back and we have to go home, it's important to me that Pearl and Jem and everybody tells me I got home safely. Like, we want to know that, you know? And then the second we're all home, we all miss each other instantly. I might like you more than my own family. Yeah. Not true, not true. You guys are watching, love you. But this is the real deal, and I think I think I speak for everybody when I say how fortunate I feel.
You can hear Skiz's dad coming out there. Make sure you tell me when you're home safe. He had a dad moment last year when we were here. We, after the convention was over, we went and we toured the USS Midway that's just down the street. And we got our picture taken as the group, all of us that were on the Midway. And Skiz really liked the picture. He wanted to buy it. So he went off and he bought the picture. Total dad move, right? But he brings it back, And he starts to show Scar this picture, and Scar's looking at it like, who's that family? That's a cute family. Scar, dude, that's us. We just took that picture.
I thought it was the default family.
He thought it was the default.
You know when you go in the store and the fake families are in the picture frame?
Yes, he's like, it's a default. Look, they even have somebody in a wheelchair. That's on it.
I've got everybody's bags in my lap. Also, to point out, most of these pictures are Gem selfies. I don't know, you kind of reminisce, you're kind of silent for a second thinking about all the fun that we had. Like, it really goes back to, like, yeah, we're all friends behind the screen, but getting together, it makes it so much special. It's also just seeing all of you. We stare at the screen all day, but now seeing eyeballs, it's both terrifying and exciting. It's both terrifying and exciting.
See that sound? Did you hear that laughter? I love it when I can hear it. It's typically just LOL. Give me more! Give me more! Feed me!
You should live in Monsters, Inc. world then.
Storyline.
And with that, we would like to open it up to some Q&A questions.
Yes.
That's cool with you guys?
Feel free to hop down and start a line on each microphone if anyone would like to ask a question. I'll start from this side first, and then I'm going to screen it, and then I'm going to re-ask the question.
That was a little...
Hello, how are you?
Hello. Can I talk? Hello? Okay.
Question is first.
Okay.
You think it went okay?
Guys.
Is it okay?
Guys? Yeah, well, the first thing they would do.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
Guys?
Something over that clip.
All right, we have the first question when you guys are ready. Yeah.
Hello. Hi.
Hello.
My name is Marv, and my friend Van couldn't come here today, but they gave me a really good question. Is if one day you guys would wake up in the season 10 world, what would, like, in real life, what would be the first thing you would do?
So first thing you would do when you wake up in season 10.
I can tell you what I would do. I would run out of my base as quickly as I possibly could. 100%.
I'll tell you right now, I'm getting the day 8 hat at Hungry Hermits. That's what I'm doing.
Can I join you on that, Skis?
Instantly.
I just go on my train and go choo-choo for about 10 minutes. Oh, wonderful.
Pick like one horror movie to theme a base around. What would you do?
Cool. All right, we got a second question here.
All right. Hi. My question is, since it's October, if you could pick one horror movie to theme your entire base around for a whole season, what would you pick?
One horror film to base your base on.
I'd probably go Aliens.
The Shining, make a little hotel, like be creepy. You have a little room next to it and people are like sleeping, you go, woo. Just go like, woo.
Does Monster House count? Does anybody know that animation?
Perfect, thank you so much.
That was my answer.
I don't watch horror movies, so I don't know any.
All right, we have one over here. They would like to play something for you as well.
Let's hope this picks up.
Oh my God.
I had to. One actual question is, oftentimes you've told us what's inspired you, like the Grian's base in season 8 was the city streets and Harry Potter. What's the most recent a hermit has inspired you? Like, a lot of you were inspired by Etho to make something, but most recently, what hermit has built something or said something that's inspired you to make something?
I'll say that B-Dubs recently took time out of his life to teach a few of us Axiom, which is a mod, and like I'm still at a loss, but he spent like 3 hours teaching us that, and it was so inspiring.
was amazing.
I've also been incredibly inspired by Mumbo. Can we get a little love for Mumbo? Mumbo's a great redstoner, but he's so inspiring what he's done this season by creating like stories and builds, and it's so good to be around hermits that uplift us. I think that's what's wonderful about Hermitcraft itself, is that nobody here tears each other down, but we uplift each other.
I gotta say, Tango's constantly inspiring me with his games. I want to do that, something like that one day.
I was also going to say, Tango, for the Hunger Hermits, the audio you did for that was really cool. So that helped me with Basketball a lot, and that inspired me a lot. So thanks.
Now they both stole my answer. No, it was watching Tango do Decked Out 2 last season, or last. Just seeing him just pour his heart and soul and spend so much time on just such an epic experience that for the most of us made us feel like we weren't even in Minecraft anymore. It was just something truly unique, and I knew after I watched him go through that process that I wanted to do something. I knew I couldn't hold a candle to what he's capable of, but I was going to try something, and that's what inspired me to make Metro Mayhem. I just wanted to make an experience that could give all the hermits something fun to do once I finally finished it, and have some fun inside of Minecraft. It might make them forget they're actually in Minecraft.
Woo! Good to know Tango, not a builder tech, is the biggest inspiration.
Thank you. We have one on this side.
Hi, I'm Lady Meow 77.
Hello.
I just wanted to tell you guys how much I appreciate you and that I love each and every one of you and how much the community that I'm in that you guys brought to me means so much to me. And that I love you guys.
We love you too. Thank you. Thank you for being a part of the community. I love the jelly shirt.
All right, we got one on this side.
Hi. First of all, thanks for everything you do. Shout out to all the Etho girls in the audience and also on stage. My question is, of everyone on stage, who is the biggest Etho girl?
Biggest Ethos girl.
She's missing. Gem.
On stage? I don't know. Probably me.
I was going to say.
I'll take it.
Probably Tango.
I can't boost his ego that much, but we love Etho. I'm also an Etho
yeah,
girl.
we
Come
all do
on.
equally.
Nothing was more fun than dressing up as him for his first MCC. That was so cool.
Period.
Also, check his stats out on MCI. Oh my God.
Awesome. We have an amazing question over here for you.
Hi. So out of all the builds that you have made across the seasons, whether it's a base, a shop, or a game, if you could pick one to bring into real life, which one would it be?
Which one would you pick in real life?
Mine already exists in real life. Wordle.
I mean, mine would be when I built a giant jellyfish, because, I mean, have you ever seen a giant jellyfish in real life? No? Pretty cool, right?
I think the Great Pyramid could use some mini golf, so I'd bring that one in for sure.
That's a good one.
Mine would be my Mustafar's fortress from season 7. And I do it for Scar.
That's good. It has to be Scarland. I just want to live in the castle. I built the office 5 minutes before Zoomer pulled the plug on the server, and I got to look out that window for like 1 second. I'm like, oh, I spent 2 years trying to get that view, and it's gone. So I want to live in there. It really was. He was like, Scar, are you done? And I said, can I have 5 minutes? He's like, sure. And I finished it up, and then the season was gone. I'm like, but it's with you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed playing on it. And
I enjoyed working there. I was the best employee you ever had at Scarland.
you were the best employee.
Awesome.
Bob Gurr would be very proud.
All right, we have another question over here. It's very, very interesting because I think we all experience it as creators, so take it away.
Hello. Thank you all so much for coming out, first of all. Second of all, you guys are dealing with a very unique art medium as builders. You make all these unique builds. And I was wondering, since like all creative pursuits, that takes a lot of energy to make, do you deal with creative burnout with your builds? And if so, how do you deal with it without losing momentum throughout the season?
I usually switch up what I'm doing when that happens. You know, there's so many different ways to play Minecraft and so many different things you can do. Whenever I find myself just in a creative block, I'll just find something else to do. Maybe I have some projects that I've kind of written down on a back burner somewhere, and I'll just go visit one of those. I mean, obviously, sometimes we need to take time off. We've all seen that. from a lot of hermits, and it happens, right? Creative block is natural in this world. But the fact that we have a game that we can play that has so many different ways to give us outlets of creativity, there's usually something to bounce around to kind of put that creative block aside, do something else, and then hopefully you can come back to it and it lifts.
I think playing on Hermitcraft helps too, because we can bounce off each other when we need to. So I can go and play Metro Mayhem or do something else with another hermit. So that sort of helps a lot as well.
I touch grass, but not Impulse's game. So go outside, find inspiration for the world around you, and it's actually really handy to be able to figure out how to build that then in Minecraft. Keeps you going.
Personally, I just procrastinate. I put it off, and then I just build my whole base in one episode.
All right, we do have a couple of minutes left, so we might not get to every question, so I do apologize, but we have one over here.
Hi, my name is Sarah. I know that we have all enjoyed watching season 10 and we have our favorite moments. I was just wondering what's a small moment from the past season that stood out to you and that you liked?
A small moment that stood out to you guys.
I know, for me, it was when Ren stopped by and we did all these experiments on the Happy Guest, and it was like invisible platform floating in the air. That was just a really enjoyable moment.
Yeah, we found out some things about the Happy Guest that we didn't know.
That was great.
I got one. So we were just talking about this actually at dinner last night. There's a couple holes in bedrock, one below my base and one below ZF's base. And there was a stream, I think, where we decided to go down that hole and fly under the bedrock and try to go up another hole. And it was great, it was fun, it was exciting, until my buddy here decided to try it, and he jumped down, and instead of having regular rockets, he had only exploding rockets. So it just made the most wonderfully beautiful irony. It was like, if you keep shooting, you're gonna die, and if you don't, you're gonna die. And I remember how much we just started cracking up. It was just uncontrollable laughter there. It was my favorite moment, yeah.
Early in season 10, we had a fisherman on the server. I think you guys know who I'm talking about. And not a lot of us had really played around with fishing rods. And so he got a couple fishing rods in our hands, and it wasn't long before we realized we could start flinging people around with the fishing rods. So next thing you know, we have a group of like 8 people all hooking the same person and flinging them into outer space. And it just came so organically, and I'll never forget that, because the laughter you guys heard in those clips of us flinging people through the air was genuine, because we had no idea we could do that.
I loved hunting down Joe. I loved Green putting me on hold. It was such a wonderful season. But I think to top it off is just like the streams. Us all hanging together more on streams has been so fun. Learning that Etho has a moose man whenever he needs moose meat. He's got a guy. Like, how else we would have known that? Like, I just love those simple moments we've had this season, and they've been such a fun thing. That's been one of my favorites.
Awesome. All right, we have one on this side. Yeah, you use that one.
Hi. So I've been watching Hermitcraft close for 10 years now, and I've really loved watching every single moment and watching the community grow. But I wanted to ask, what has been your I made it moment?
Your made it moment.
Being invited to Hermitcraft in the first place, right? Is that not the answer for everyone?
It's a good question.
Just getting to play with these people, yeah.
I'll let you know when I get there.
You'll be pushing me there.
I think I have the moment over and over again. Every time we get this opportunity, like this, to come to these conventions and get up on a stage in front of everybody and really, like we said before, like remember that there's real people on the other side of the screen, and see your faces and get a chance to meet you guys. It just is a reminder that we are here and we're doing something that means something. And that's why we love coming every time we can.
Ooh. Thank you to everyone coming here. All right, we have one over here.
Hi, I wanted to know if any of you guys have ideas already for your next base for the next season, or like a
base idea you want to do sometime in some future season that you're willing to share?
We actually have more time for Q&A.
Any
Sounds like 5
future bases that you want to share potentially?
Can we share?
I think we're gonna get there. Hold on.
Yeah, we're going to put a pin in that.
I do have bases in the future. I do want to wear a park ranger hat at some point. That will happen. But we do have we have some spoilers for that coming up. It'll be cool.
So I guess the answer is yes. We will share.
Maybe in like 5 minutes. But we do have another question on this side.
Hi there, Hermits. My name is Nomad. It's a pleasure to meet you guys. A lot of like groups of friends and like small creators look up to you guys and want to do what you do with like the wonderful server and big builds. Do you guys have a piece of advice for people who want to start out doing something similar to what you guys do?
Play with people you trust. Don't play with strangers.
Honestly, pull the trigger. Don't try to be perfect. Just get going. Just start moving. There's such a thing as analysis paralysis, and you want to do a big thing in your life. You want to go do something, and you think about it to death until you just decide to have a failure to launch. Don't be that person. Just go. Just go. Just get started. And just be at peace with the fact that whatever you're creating now is going to be super cringe to you later. You got to be cool with that. It's part of it.
It may seem really obvious, but make sure your audio and video is top quality. I'm serious though. Like, it's very easy to make your audio bad, for example. You know, maybe your mic position isn't correct or your volumes aren't correct, but get that spot on from the very beginning will go a long way to helping you out.
100%.
I think I have one more thing to add. I think it's important to find your own voice when you're doing this. You know, I admit when I first started, I was watching other content creators and I was mimicking kind of the deliveries and the things that they were doing. And it took me a while to discover what it was that made me special and was going to make my content more about me and more authentic. And I think that's an important part of the journey. And along the way, I also realized that I need to make sure I'm having fun, because if I'm not having fun, then chances are you're not having fun watching. So just keep that in mind if this is a journey you're going to embark on.
All right. We have one question over here.
Hi. I've come all the way from London to do this, and it's the best decision I've done. I'm so happy. My question is, in this season, what is one thing you would change about your base?
I wanted to do more solar punk with my base. I think it focused a lot on the greenery and lacked a little the technology and the whole basis around what solar punk is, and it missed that. I just didn't quite hit exactly what I wanted.
Maybe you should have built a nether portal in your base. I don't know.
Hey, I did make one, thank you very much. It hasn't been released yet.
You didn't want to like turn your base 90 degrees or anything like that? Raise it up one block maybe?
Maybe I considered it once or twice.
All good. All right. We got another question over here.
Hi, I've seen you guys ever since the beginning of season 6, and I've been a real big fan. But I was curious, as a viewer of or a part of Hermitcraft, what was your most favorite season?
Man,
For me, it's always a difficult one from being the first season that I joined, because it changed my life immeasurably in ways that I could never anticipate. And being in, like choosing a season where I excelled in my own creative endeavors. So for me, I think I fall on the first season I joined, which was season 4, just because it was the first one, and I couldn't believe that I was on Hermitcraft. I'd wake up in the morning and be like, oh my goodness, I'm on Hermitcraft. This is crazy. And yeah.
I agree about season 4. There's something special about joining it, but I think season 6 is when we hit our stride. So that one always holds like a special spot in my heart.
Season 11.
It's going to be a banger, for sure.
All right. We might have time for one more question before we dive into season 11, but take it away.
So, my name is Kraken, and I was wondering who your favorite hermit was to collab with this season.
It's like picking your favorite child, isn't it? It's like something you're not supposed to do.
I'm going to answer that, and I can answer that, and this is completely honest. My favorite hermit to collab with was whatever hermit was right in front of me. And that's not a line. That's the absolute truth. I love every single one. And whenever there was a chance, I just was like, I want this moment to be about me and this person. And then there'll be more moments later. Yeah.
Well said.
So sorry, we might have to close up Q&A for this session. I'm so sorry, guys. But you guys are welcome to head to the next section of the panel.
Season 11. Who's excited about season 11? It's extraordinary to reflect a little bit that we're on to the 11th season of Hermitcraft. And that's just like false. You joined in...
I joined midway through season 2. So
Wow.
I've been here for a good while.
So 2 season 2ers. Wow. And then there's quite a few of us that joined in season 4. And
I was midway through season 3.
you're the middle child. And Pearl joined us in season 8. And then Skizzy the Whistle Man joined us in season 10, which is just incredible. And I don't know, just I reflect about how much that's been put into it. And when you do go back, like I recently went back to some of the worlds, it's just like incredible to go back and see just the crazy things that everybody has put in the time. And as I said before, this is only a fraction of the hermits. There's all the hermits back at home that have done so much incredible stuff. And yeah, I just can't wait for season 11. And I think False has the release date for season 11.
Okay, then. I mean, you guys sound... Are you excited? Yeah? Okay.
Oh, it's up.
We'll let you guys know. The start of season 11 is the 8th of November.
I keep forgetting, so I keep asking False, when is it again? I keep forgetting. But that's going to be very exciting. So I hope you guys are excited. Season 11, November 8th. Oh, look, the world.
Ooh, spoilers.
The seed, yes, the seed indeed. So we spent a lot of time looking for this seed, many seeds evaluated, and eventually we came up with a pretty nice seed. It's a world characterized by a giant mushroom island, and there's also high hills of grove biome and meadows, and we have a little clip here that we can play that is going to show you a little sneak peek at the actual seed we'll be playing on. So we can play that video on the right there.
I saw my house.
That's not true. Okay. That's great.
So there you go, season 11 seed coming soon.
What do you guys think? Sooner than you thought? Is it soon? Sooner than you guys thought? I get on Reddit. Everybody knows this now. I kind of lurk on Reddit nightly. Don't tell my wife. She thinks I'm watching TV. But I've seen a lot of people try to guess when season 11 was going to start, and a lot of it was way further out. And I just sit there thinking, oh, they're going to be shocked when they find out it's happening so soon. But we are so ready for this that we are spending so much time already talking to each other. Remember that communication thing? Yeah, we're sharing mood boards with each other, everybody. Yeah, it's happening. It's happening. In fact, we got some mood boards to show them, right?
We do have a mood board.
Yeah.
So we can pull that slide up with our mood boards. You can see.
There you go.
You can see what we have planned.
Yeah, so there's some sneak peeks. It's some of the things that a couple hermits are thinking about doing. I'll start. You can see a picture of, anybody seen the Apple TV show called Silo before? Anybody seen that? I just want to dig some more. I haven't done enough digging apparently in Minecraft, so I really enjoyed that show, and I plan on continuing some of the lore that I established this season with the Cyberpunk City and the people evacuating the city, well, they're going to move on to, well, you know, I guess I never got the games done for them to save the city, so they have to go somewhere. They're going to be moving on and down into a silo, a bunker in the ground, and we're going to do a lot of fun automation and farms and stuff like that. That's my plan, and there's going to be some fun lore sprinkled into that, and I'm looking so forward to it. I'm very, very excited for Season 11 to kick off. Can't wait to get back and get working on it immediately.
I misspelled my slide. So I have, if we pull the mood boards back up, I just realized that. But my plan is to take sci-fi and bring it to the stars, kind of inspired by Star Wars. And we're going to kind of go in there, and we're going to try to make it into a movie. So that's why it's Star Wars the movie. I have an idea of kind of taking an idea that I had from Scarland and bringing it back, kind of taking this idea of like a dragon roller coaster and then changing the theme and then bringing it into. So the base will have something for the Hermits to come ride, take part in, get a high score, and all well the kind of the rebels and the Imperials kind of fight it out in my base, which I'm super, super excited about.
There's been a little idea chucked around for my Season 11. Something to do with fire. Maybe a bit of combatants to that. And I'm going for a firefighter for Season 11.
Oh, it's going to be wonderful. I cannot wait to get my flint and steel.
Do it, I dare you.
I'm just going to get caught in a tree and you're going to have to rescue me.
That's okay, I can save you. I got you.
Anyone else have anything to reveal for Season 11?
Yes.
Dare, dare.
Yeah, why not? You know, little projects I'm going to be working on.
Little. Is that what we describe
Project,
mega
yeah.
bases, is it?
I've got, I think, a 40-page document already going. Yeah, so Decked Out 3 is coming.
I'm not going after that. I'm going to be Decked Out 3's neighbor. I'll give a little hint. So I did Maslow's Pyramid this season, based on Abraham Maslow's Hierarchy of Needs. I like the psychological stuff. I'm going to be going a little bit into Carl Jung's shadow work. And I want to be doing a little tip of the cap to anybody who knows me knows my favorite band is Tool. And their song 46 and 2 is exactly about Jung's shadow work, so I'm going to be incorporating the two.
I did like sci-fi in Season 10, so I'm going to go in the complete opposite direction. And I want to explore what it would look like to bring magic into Minecraft. Not Magic the Gathering, but like spell-casting magic, you know?
So what was the date again, False? What was the date again? Is it November what? November 8th, okay, all right.
November 8th.
Well, that's very exciting. It sounds like everybody's got some really exciting plans. I know other Hermits that aren't here have also got absolutely amazing plans. You saw Cleo, her mood board. We have Jem's mood board. I don't know what the gas is back on there. There's just more targets for us to shoot. But yeah, I don't know. It's just a moment to reflect, I think. I went back just before about how we've gone up through the 11 seasons now. And we are going on to our 11th season now. And it's just incredible. You guys, you traveled around the world to come here today, and we're just so appreciative of each and every one of you. We just, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you for showing up to the streams, showing up to the videos. And I think on behalf of all of us, we could say, hopefully we give back to you all the generosity and support you show us with entertainment, laughs, and fun. So. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. So thank you so much for coming out. We still have meet and greets. We have MCC this weekend. So thank you so much for coming out. So thank you so much. And is that it, guys? Anything else to say?
I got it. I'm just, if we just could blow the roof off this place, give it up to the person who spearheaded what you're watching today. Good Times with Scar. Thank you so much.
I appreciate it. Thank you. All right, everybody, thank you, and hopefully we'll see you again at another TwitchCon. All right, buddy.
Enjoy the rest of TwitchCon, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day, and see you around.